The -y flag automatically answers yes to all the questions the init command asked during installation. Now I have my package.json file. In other words, I have a way to keep track of node modules that this project depends on. Since I want to use the Jest testing library, I'll need to install it locally, which means installing it for this project. So I run npm install --save -dev jest. After a few moments, the package.json file will be updated with the addition of the Jest testing library. I also have a folder called node file will be updated. After a few moments, the package.json file will be updated with the addition of the Jest testing library. I also have a folder called node_modules, which is where the code for all the modules in this project is stored. In the package.json file, I'll need to make a few changes to the script section. In the test entry, I replace the text that is assigned to test with Jest within double quotes and save it. Now when I run the command npm run test, it will run the Jest command in this folder. So what does this Jest command do? It runs tests for the code in my project. Right now, I only have a single file, add5.js, so it makes sense to create a test file for this one JavaScript file. I'll name it add5.test.js. In the naming convention I use, I add the .test just before the .js section of the file's name. To set this file up, I'll first import the exported add5 function by typing const add5 equals require, and then in parentheses, /add5 backtick. The reason for the / is to indicate that the function is in the same folder as the test file, and I've omitted the .js because Node understands what I mean even if I don't use it. So my expectation is that this function returns whatever value I input +5. To check, I'll use the test method with a string as a parameter that describes the test. This string will be output in the command line when I run the test, along with the words pass or fail and the function to run when I execute the npm run test command. The function will check if my expectation is correct. The string will be output in the command line when I run the test, along with the words pass or fail, and the function to run when I execute the npm run test command. The function will check if my expectation is correct. So I have test, and as the first argument, I have the string returns the number +5, which is what I want to output on the command line when the test is run. Then, as the second argument, I have a function which checks my expectation. I'll save and run the test, and I get back a pass result. In this video, you learned how to ready your system for testing in Jest and how to set up and run a test.